Hey guys, just wanted to give an update on my Lectric XPremium bike. It's been a few months now. I originally bought it in May of last year, or I ordered it, and it got delivered in August. So I've had it about 8 months now. It's April 2023 right now. This is the mid-drive dual battery. It's got the hydraulic brakes and front suspension. So just some of my thoughts on it. Regarding the batteries, each of these batteries, this is the front battery, and it's got a button there. Not sure if you can see it, but there's a button to turn it on and off. And then the secondary battery also has a button back here to turn it on and off. And one of the things I didn't realize is you can turn these on and off independently. So for example, if I wanted to just run off the front battery, I could turn it on and then ride it. And then once the front battery got low, I could push the button on the secondary battery and use that to boost my battery. And that may actually give a longer range because it's not keeping as high a voltage for as long a period of time. So it has less power probably, but perhaps longer range. I'll probably have to do a separate test on that. I'm not sure how long it takes for these batteries to automatically turn off if you're not using the bike. That might be something I need to look into. If anyone knows, put a comment below. But I know the screen will turn off automatically after 10 minutes if you're not using it. And that is programmable in the settings. Regarding the settings, Lectric has a really good video on all the settings and what the defaults are and what you could change it to. One of the changes I made in the settings was being able to unlock it. So it's by default class 2, so I could go up to 20 miles an hour. I unlocked it, so theoretically it could go up to 28 miles an hour. When I did that, it really only could go up to about 25 miles an hour usable without pedaling like crazy. So yeah, this is not the most powerful bike if you've got a lot of steep hills, or if you want it to just, continue like at a certain speed up and down the hills. I don't think this is the bike for you. I think the motor's only 500 watts, so it's not really that powerful. But for my needs, it's perfect. Has plenty of power for normal bike riding. But someone that wants more power, especially up hills, or wants more speed, I probably want to look at some other bikes. As far as the options, I think since last time the only thing I changed was I added this mirror. I bought a dual pack mirror kit from Lectric. I've got two bikes, the Lectric XP Lite and then this one, and so I was able to just use one mirror for each, and just on the left hand side. Don't really see a need to put a mirror on the right hand side. The other thing, you see this string here, I had to add that because my Bluetooth speaker, which I've got here, it's a JBL clip, and it broke. The little spring loaded thing there broke, so I just tie it there to hold it steady so I can still use it. The JBL speaker works great. It's a couple years old, so other than breaking the clip, it's also been pretty good. Also regarding the battery, Lectric has an upgraded spare battery. So the secondary battery now you can upgrade. You can buy a third battery, I guess, if you want to go even longer range, which is 14 amp hours. Which is 672 watt hours, and that'll give probably an extra 50 miles of range to this bike. Each of these batteries is 10 amp hours, and I get about 35 miles from each one. So I could go about 70 miles on this bike with a single charge, and with the spare battery, the extra long-range battery, I could probably do an extra 50. So that would be 120 miles if I wanted to go longer range, or if someone wanted to, they could buy that spare battery. It is a little bit pricey at $500. An alternative, which may be preferable, depending on what you're trying to do, is get one of these extra batteries, solar generators they're called. And this just gives a lot more flexibility. And this one here is only 300 watt hours, but you can get them about 600-700 watt hours, which would be about the same as that spare battery, and it'll probably be about the same price, around $500. You can get it, and then you could just strap it back here on the back with a duffel bag or something, or it might even fit in the panniers, depending on the size that you get. And that would have some advantages. You could charge it with solar, and you charge your phone and camera batteries and things like that. So just some different options to consider. As far as the price, I think originally when I bought this, it was $18.99, and I got it $100 discount, sort of early bird discount. It was a pre-order, so I got it for $17.99. And I noticed on their website, they've dropped the price on it to $15.99, which is an even better value. When I was looking at it last year at the competition, all of them were about $400 more than this bike for a mid-drive with similar battery specs and stuff. And so this is definitely the value leader still. As far as quality, I've had no issues with it at all. I haven't even had to adjust the brakes or anything. The shifting, it seems to be better now, maybe because it's loosened up. So I'm able to use all these 7 gears pretty easily without it skipping or anything like that. So when I go on pedal assist 2 or 3, I have been using the gears up, from like gear 3 up to gear 7, depending on how fast I want to go and how much energy the motor's using and my legs are using. So that's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, the quality of this bike is good. I think it should last quite a while. Let's see how many miles I got on it. I think it's around 250, but see, I'll hit the button, turn on the front battery, and then I'll hit this button, turn on the screen, and looks like I have 271 miles. So I tend to ride it maybe once a week, 20 to 30 miles at a time. And it's folding, so I can throw it in the back of the van and go on different rides that I want to do, which is really convenient. One other thing about this solar generator, an advantage of using something like this also is that if I wanted to charge both batteries at the same time, each of these battery chargers for these batteries in an electric bike is about 100 watts. So that'd be about 200 watts. And that may blow a fuse if you try to run off your cigarette lighter in your car. Whereas a little solar generator like that can easily charge both of them, and just by using some of the battery inside of it, in addition to the charging at the same time from the car. So if you're going on a long trip, you need to recharge, and if you only got the car to recharge it, that's another advantage of using a solar generator. Yeah, one of the things I did, or I figured out, was how to use the cruise control. Cruise control is really useful if you're going like long straightaways and you're tired of pedaling and you don't want to hold the throttle down all the time. The way it works is you basically just stop pedaling, hold the throttle at a certain speed that you want, and at the same time with your other hand, press the minus button down here for like 3 seconds. And then it'll show on the screen, it'll show cruise. And then you can release the throttle and it'll just hold that speed for as long as you want until you hit the brakes, and then it'll stop. So that's a really convenient feature of this bike as well. And just the last thought on this, really there's no more upgrades that I intend to do other than the seat and the seat post. I got a suspension seat post and a more comfortable seat. This seat's fine for shorter trips, 1 to 2 hours, but after that, definitely start to get sore. So I might do that, especially if I go on a longer trip, which I'm hoping to do in the near future. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching.